everyone. I am here today doing a very quick walkthrough of the Quebec standards of learning, and they are written out in a bit of a different way than a lot of the provinces and states because they are not written out by grade level, they're written out by the content itself. So without further ado, I'm going to take you on a little walkthrough just to show you how to read them. So if you go to the website that to my blog website, and you go to the post that has the list of links that first the post that says where do I begin in helping my child, it's going to give you a post that has the list of links of all the states and provinces and their standards of learning. And so I put a link for math, I put a link for language arts, whether you're in a French school board or an English school board, and science and social studies. So I'm going to click on math just to give you an example that doesn't have to do with language. I want to explain that in the Quebec on the Quebec education website, there is a link to the program, and there's a link to the progression of learning, and then the framework for the evaluation of learning. The program is it's like a big overview, and it has these competencies, they call them, and they are just very broad, and they don't tell you much about the nitty-gritty and the specifics of what your child has to learn. So that's why I put links to the progression of learning, because the progression of learning, on the other hand, is very specific and it has the nitty-gritty. So this is an example of the elementary progression of learning for math. So as we scroll down through the table of contents, through the introduction, through just the beginning first few pages, we're going to get to the first umbrella standard, which is understanding and writing numbers, okay? And you're going to see that it's a chart, and the chart shows you what each grade level or each cycle is, what's expected in each cycle. So cycle 1 is 1st and 2nd grade, cycle 2 is 3rd and 4th grade, and cycle 3 is 5th and 6th grade. And their little symbols here show what the level of mastery that the child is supposed to have at each grade level. So the arrow means the student is constructing knowledge with teacher guidance. The star is the student applies the knowledge by the end of the school year. And the blue square is the student reinvests the knowledge. So they have a very deep understanding of it. Okay, and so you can see, for example, the first subheading, natural numbers, less than, okay? And so in cycle 1, 1st and 2nd grade, they have to learn natural numbers less than 1,000, okay? And in cycle 2, 3rd and 4th grade, it's 100,000. Cycle 3, it's 1,000,000. And then it tells you the specifics of that standard and what's expected of that standard for each of the cycles. So counting forward from a given number that is expected to be you're constructing that knowledge with the teacher guidance in 1st grade, but by 2nd grade, they should apply that knowledge by the end of the school year, okay? The counting forward and backwards, okay? In 1st grade, they should be constructing that knowledge with teacher guidance. By 2nd grade, they should apply that knowledge, okay? And then it starts again here because there's a higher number. So they're constructing that knowledge in 3rd grade for up to 100,000. And by 4th grade, they should apply that knowledge by the end of the school year. So as you can see, it's very specific. The standards are very specific. Skip counting, for example, by 2s, and again, it goes into specifically what the level of mastery is at every grade level and every cycle. So if you scroll through the document, you can find exactly where your child is. Let's say your child is learning fractions. You can scroll down to fractions. Oh, this is the next section, fractions. And you can find out exactly what's expected of your child in fractions. And the section on fractions is not very long. It's up to here. And that will give you more guidance as you're supporting your child. If you look at the links for those, you'll find the same thing. So that's all for now.